What is up, everybody? Welcome to our sort of bi-weekly community call. I think this one, like I mentioned earlier, might be a little bit of a shorter one. I'd be surprised if we went the whole hour because we've been cooking a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we could probably talk about a little bit today. And so we haven't been super heavy, or not as heavy as we usually are on the sort of announcements front. But I guess some general housekeeping here. We will go through our typical announcements. So I believe the time swap pools are live again. So anybody who's looking to leverage their APX ETH, I think you can get up to 19x leverage there. Funky, we're still doing butterfly rewards there, yeah? Oh yeah, never mind, there's the tweet. So time and butterfly rewards available.
Yeah, so we're on Arbitrum. We have 1 volt on Arbitrum and then 1 volt on mainnet, and rewards for both are on butterfly.
Dope. So anybody who's looking for leverage, go there. Good rewards available. Beyond that, we brought PXETH to ZK Sync, or I guess the actual name is, I think they like to be called ZK Sync Era for whatever reason, but we launched a PXETH ETH pool on Koi Finance, which is formerly Mute. I think they are looking to go live with some points farming soon. I need to ping them. I think it was supposed to go live this week, but there might be a little bit of a delay, so I'll double check on that for you guys. But we've seeded the pool also, so there's not going to be any like weird stuff going on there whenever you decide to deposit. So there's liquidity already available. Just make sure you bridge over some PXETH. And then, yeah, we'll get on top of making sure the points rewards go live, I believe. Or no, actually, sorry, not points. Their token's already live. So it'll be like actual token rewards. And I think they have like a target APR that they're going to go after. So I'm understanding that right, Funky?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Their
Okay,
token's
cool.
already live, and I think the idea is for them to like push around 25% APR in the pool.
Oh yeah. Sorry everybody with the whole points frenzy lately. I forgot tokens even actually existed, so all good. Then outside of that, man, not a ton outside of, I think PayPal posted PayPal through their, I don't know what to call them, I guess advisory type service on their liquidity mining efforts or something. Like I think they work through a team called Trident, but Trident helps PayPal run their DeFi strategy, and they posted their first bribe on this Aura round, which is pretty dope. Who would have ever thought that PayPal would be bribing on Hidden Hand? And it's pretty beefy too. It's no joke. It's a $10,000 PyUSD bribe. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to sort of add on to that, Sammy.
Yeah, this week they're testing out Aura. Next week they're gonna start playing on the Bouncer. We've been giving them the rundown on a couple of the other hidden hand markets that exist. Because for them right now they want to keep on exploring the different like liquidity options that exist for PyUSD. There's like beta alpha pilot program, whatever they're calling it, of PyUSD existing only on Curve is over now. So they're basically just going to be using Hidden Hand to test out a bunch of different markets, moving it across chain, testing some of the markets we have on other chains. And yeah, you should see them be one of the more frequent drivers now. So you guys are sort of privy to this early. We're probably going to do like a bigger rollout with them once they like the Hidden Hand for the system, and they get the full swing of it. So yeah, sneak peek into some of the bigger partnerships we have going on, and this one's with Hidden Hand. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bullish when your test transactions are $10,000 almost. So yeah, that's pretty good news. I mean, that's something that like is a huge vote of confidence, not only for like the Aura and Balancer ecosystems, but for Hidden Hand's place in it. And I believe we also have some like other Hidden Hand partnerships that are in the pipeline that I think will just further solidify Hidden Hand as this like really key piece of infrastructure for a lot of projects in the space, which is always cool to see. I mean, started off as something relatively small and now is a key piece of infrastructure for DeFi projects. So huge win there. Outside of that, it looks like we just shipped the tradable announcement this morning. I'm not super close to the tradable partnership, so I don't know if Sammy or Funky or whoever up here is closer than I. If you guys want to give a TLDR of what's going on there.
You want to take that one, Lucky?
Sorry, cut out there. What do you say?
The tradable partnership that we announced this morning.
Oh yeah, the Tradable partnership that just came out. So yeah, we have a partnership with Tradable, and they have 2 staking pools in PXETH and APXETH on Scroll, at Arbitrum, and I think on Mainnet as well. And we'll be seeding a pool on. I don't know if we're supposed to say this. Like there are some rewards available. You can qualify for. I don't know. Are we allowed to say this? Holden, do you like?
I don't know, actually. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I might not say it. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
okay.
fuck.
There are some rewards available.
It's in the chat,
Tradables.
but we won't say it for the sake of recording.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's rewards available. Trust us, you're going to want to use this. Go take a look, and if you guys have any questions about it, just let us know. Yeah, there you go, Chang. Good hedge. And all bold, too. Cool. So there's also one more announcement that I believe we are going to ship today. Should we just leak it?
When LRT?
Sammy, should we leak it?
Yeah, I mean it's in the next few hours, right? So might as well.
Cool. So yeah. So today, hopefully, actually, really quick, Sershan asked the tradable thing is live. Yeah, it should be live. I think I saw it on the UI earlier today. It's not mode. Arc. We would never announce mode on a Friday. We'll never do that. But basically, what we will be announcing later today is the first sort of restaking play for APXETH on Karak network, I believe is how you pronounce it. So if any of you are unfamiliar, Karak is sort of like a eigenlayer competitor. They're a little more flexible on the type of assets that get added. And last I saw, they have about 400 million TVL, which is pretty good. So they're a growing competitor. Obviously, I don't think they're live with a token yet. So anybody who deposits will be earning. No, not Kraken, Karak. It's like Karak, something like that. But anybody who deposits will be earning Karak XP. And so obviously that will qualify you for the airdrop they have. Yeah, there's their recent raise announcement. So they're backed by some pretty big names: Coinbase, Lightspeed Ventures, Pantera, Framework, etc. So a lot of good names are backing the project. I think it's also a good opportunity relative to Eigenlayer. I mean, obviously we want to push to get on Eigenlayer still, and we're in active conversations with them, but this is like another really good supply sync for APXETH, and they'll be one of the first restaking projects to have it live. On top of the Crack XP, we'll be doing like a Butterfly retroactive rewards program. So you won't be earning the Butterfly in real time when you deposit. It'll all be like distributed retroactively. I don't know for sure if we finalize the details on that just yet, but I believe the rewards will be like claimable in the redacted UI rather than the Karak UI.
I think we're still trying to solve that.
Yeah, so don't take anything I just said with the rewards with a grain of salt. We're still trying to like figure out the specific details, but there will definitely be point rewards and butterfly rewards available for people who deposit. And so obviously this is a really good opportunity to earn extra yield on top of your APXETH, but not only that, it's like a good opportunity to sort of debut APXETH in the restaking space. So good win across the board. Go ahead, Sammy.
I think like these guys are like the second biggest restaking platform. They're relatively new, but they're backed by all the right people. And yeah, like essentially what we'll be doing with them is we're talking with a couple of the people who will be using Karak for restaking instead of Eigenlayer, and working on getting APXETH as the main sort of collateral there. Like one thing people don't realize is that after you have all this restaking crap and extra tokens and LRTs and all this stuff, like if a chain actually wants like a very high yielding LSD to be the restaking token, then we are still by far the leaders there. So everything on top is just to attract depositors, but for the chains themselves, having like a very like high yielding LSD underneath is like the ideal outcome for them because they can't farm many of those extra airdrops or anything. So we're talking with a few of the potential Karak AVSs as well, and working on getting that set up. It's still probably a while. It's still probably a ways out, but enough to like start the conversation, and then obviously like Eigenlayer will come up after this. Yeah.
Dope. Cool. So good project. I don't know, Funky, do we have like numbers on how much butterfly incentives we're thinking about doing?
So we're looking at starting with, yeah, sorry for everybody in the chat who's saying I was quiet. Hopefully this is better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at starting off with like 5K like dollars worth of butterfly every week, and then scaling that up based on like how much TVL and how successful the program is. But yeah, starting out with 5K a week is the plan.
Dope. So not too shabby. And I imagine the correct XP will be pretty good. And I think it'll be really nice to like put APX ETH as a name amongst some of like these sort of larger projects that are already like listed on there. You know, they have all of the usual suspects like Swell ETH, Frax ETH, Lido, etc. So it'll be nice to have APX ETH up there. It'll be good brand recognition at least. So we'll let you guys know when that's live. I think pretty sure we're getting the announcement out today. We were supposed to get it out before the community call, but I believe they're still working on like pushing APX ETH live on the front end. So just look out for it later today. Okay, so the other two things I guess we have a little bit of an update for are the mode deposit stuff and the RL Butterfly sort of emissions proposal that we need to get out comfortably before the sort of June deadline for emissions ending. So I guess we don't have Never here, but you know, maybe we could start with the mode thing either way, because I think, you know, the update hasn't changed a whole lot since then. I'm wondering the best way to say this without leaking too much, because it's a little different than like I don't know, Sammy, how much do you want to say on this call, or do you want to just kind of like leave it?
Yeah, I mean we can go over it high level.
How about you do it then? I'll let you go as high level as you want. I don't want to accidentally like give out more than we should. It's Friday. Give us some alpha. All right. Well, I don't know if Sammy's gonna do it, so I'll give like a brief overview. Well, first things first. Like as you all know, we've been working on basically the integration for mode, but I want to say it's gonna be different than what you guys originally thought in a really good way. Mostly because it makes it a sort of better B2B product. Man, I don't know how to say this without leaking too much. It's a better B2B product than what we originally thought it was going to be, in my opinion. And I think it'll be really cool. And based on a lot of the conversations we've had with some of the other, you know, L2s that Sammy and the rest of the BD team have been, you know, trying to reach out with, it seems like there's a lot of interest in the type of product that the mode situation has become. So I think you guys will be really excited for it. And as far as I know, we are kind of on the home stretch here for it still. I know we talked about on the last call that the audits were kind of complete. I think we are still working on getting everything ready to go live. And then obviously, like, we want to get this out as soon as possible. And I don't want to leak too much. So I don't know. Sammy, is there any other details you want to cover there outside of it being a little bit different than it was originally supposed to be, without like saying exactly what it is?
Yeah, I guess like now we figured out a design where we'll be able to like lean on modes incentives a lot more. Instead of just having a, you know, simple ETH token that exists on all these other chains, we'll be able to like lean in directly to like what the foundation wants to push for like all the different L2s we're integrating. And it'll essentially be a very composable wrapper that we can like, you know, lean on the points programs and the incentive programs. And then not only that, but the other thing we noticed is, as with mode, and some people brought this up before, right? Like you could just have a regular ETH sitting there, or you know, people could bridge easy ETH or that or any of these other things. And then as you get like a regular ETH on the other side, sure, the bridge is making money, but it's not that attractive to users compared to just bridging over another asset. So the end product that we ended up designing is something where you're not just receiving your plain ETH wrapper on the other side. You're receiving a yielding product that has mode points or mode tokens, depending on where they do their launch. And it'll be like the most it'll be like the only thing that developers on that chain should spend time integrating really, because it's like it'll be like the native LSD of the chain. And yeah, hopefully that gives more light, because I saw a few people talking about like why just put ETH through the bridge when you can use easy ETH or something, and it's like, this is why now.
Yeah, that was some like S tier tiptoeing from both of us. I think it kind of like anybody who reads between the lines there might be able to figure it out. And Funky added a little extra alpha in the chat. So yeah, again, I think this offering is far better. I don't know. I don't understand the question about the OP Foundation. I'm not sure what that means. Somebody or VicePax asked who paid for the audits. Our good friends, our dear friends at Mode paid for the audits. So shout out to them. And I believe we worked with Spearbit and maybe C4. I'm not sure on the C4 one, but I know we worked with Spearbit on the audit. I don't know. Actually, don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. I think it's Spearbit though. Never would be able to say for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Spearbit.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So if anybody has like questions about that, feel free to ask and we can answer them when we circle back to it. But there's only so much we can say for now without like kind of ruining the announcement, because I do think what we've helped make with Mode is pretty badass. So it would make more sense to kind of save it for the full announcement. Okay. Now we can kind of talk about the sort of latest on the RL Butterfly situation, because I know a lot of people have been asking about it. So today's April 26th, so I believe we have about 2 months until we have to revisit or actually vote on the sort of future of what the emissions are going to be. As you all know, we've kind of had this like open discussion about RL Butterfly emissions for a long time. There's been a ton of feedback, which we're all like super grateful for, because it helps us shape what the new proposal is going to look like. I will say that this proposal is going to be like really exciting in my opinion. Like it's not as simple as like deciding what the APR of RL Butterfly is going to be or whatever going forward. There's a lot more work going into it than just that. And as I've said several times as part of these conversations, like any decision that we make about like the future of tokenomics should always be for the long-term health of the project, and for any like it should have like some sort of broader strategic benefit as well. And like Funky's saying in the chat right now, it's going to be a banger. And I think we've been kind of like putting together a solution based on what everybody's told us that will make mostly everyone happy. Obviously, we can't make every single person happy. Everybody has their own opinions about like what the solution should be. But I think we can find a good middle ground for pretty much everybody involved. And we hope to have that to you guys like, I don't know, what like Funky, probably like a month before RL Butterfly emissions are supposed to end, at least a few weeks.
Yeah, I think at the latest, a month before, I think is the ideal. We're trying to get it out. Sorry, let me say that again to the mic.
There we go.
Yeah, so trying to get it out as soon as possible, I think latest would be like basically a month before the missions end, which is like mid-June, which is the end, so like mid-May. And so we're doing everything we can on our side to get it ready, but as Colin was saying, there's a lot more going into this proposal than just like how much. So that's what's taking most of the time, is getting everything else, all the other bits ready. So I'd be really excited. I'm really excited to share. We're really excited to share this with you guys, and it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. VicePax asked like, perhaps release during next week's community call so we can give our thoughts live. I can't guarantee that it'll be up for that particular community call, but I will say that we can do a community call that's dedicated to the new proposal when it's live. I think we did something similar for the original sort of RO Butterfly proposal, if I remember correctly. So like, yeah, it makes sense to do it again because of all of the sort of people who are interested in following and asking questions and all the rest. So can't guarantee it's going to be like the next community call, but we can definitely have a call about it. Is that a satisfactory answer? Okay, cool. Sounds good then. We'll plan for that. And if like for whatever reason the Friday schedule doesn't work for it or something, we can always adjust. I think we did something similar for Dinero too. I don't remember exactly. I don't know, Sammy, is there anything extra you wanted to add on the tokenomics discussion? Good. Cool.
No. A bunch of people I've been in DMs with a bunch of people like And I told everyone the same thing. Like, as soon as it's finalized and reviewed internally and everyone's on the same page, then, we'll go over it. But there's no point in talking about it until it's wrapped. So,
Dope. Yeah, makes sense. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're working on it. It'll be big, and I think it'll be really good. So, soon. All right, let me, right at the 30-minute mark, which is about where I expected we could wrap this up. So, let me double check that I didn't miss any questions here. It doesn't look like I did. So, in the meantime, we can give the stage a little bit to our new friend DeFi Dave here. So for all of you who are not familiar, DeFi Dave kind of like recently made his announcement that he's joined Redacted to help the sort of BD efforts at Double D. And I know you guys haven't had a joke in a long time, but before we do that, Dave, if you don't mind giving like a little bit of an intro to yourself for those that may not be familiar, and maybe a little bit of what you'll be doing here at Redacted, and then we'll give you the stage for your joke.
Sure. Hey everybody, GM. I'm DeFi Dave. Just joined the BD side, helping with integrations and growing the Redacted Dinero ecosystem. A bit about me: I've been in crypto for 7 years. First at Everpedia, which was like encyclopedia turned blockchain encyclopedia. Was a writer there, making all the pages, and then eventually moved over to BD. Where DeFi Summer came along. I was really inspired by that, and DeFi Dave came out of that, did DeFi Summer things, and I joined Gelato early on, leading their growth and helping with their token sale and all that fun stuff. I've written for the Defiant before. I have a lot of articles on there, hopping around at conferences, and I've always been writing, honestly, and that's really like the basis of everything I do. And then not too long after, I was probably what I'm most known for is being pretty involved with the Frax ecosystem and with the Flywheel podcast and everything. And I've been doing the Flywheel podcast for like, I think we hit our 101st episode. So that's pretty cool. We still have that running. And then, recently Sammy told me what, the Redacted fam has cooking, and I couldn't resist. And I wanted to hop on something exciting and where I believe the space is going, and everything just aligned. And met all the fellows in Dubai last week, and honestly, like, I could not be happier. I don't think it could have been a better fit. And we're cooking. That's all I'm saying. And so that's a little bit about me and a bit of my history. And so now it's time for the joke. Okay, the joke. Okay. How many narcissists does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1. The narcissist holds the light bulb while the rest of the world revolves around him. Huh? How about it?
What in the fuck?
He laughed.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it's because like it's like whenever like you're in so much pain that you just have to laugh it off. That's how I feel right now. Somebody said this is DeFi Day.
Oh god.
I came for the joke and this happened. Oh man, you're getting torched, Dave.
Oh no. It's so over.
Oh man. All right, please nobody dump your flappers based on this. Hype is over. Yeah, man. All right, well, excited to have I was more excited to have you on board. Yeah, I mean,
better than Kupko.
It was better than Kupko's. Debatable on whether or not it was better than Chang's. Man, I was very excited to have you on board, and now that's kind of like dimmed down a little bit after this joke performance. What do you guys think? Should we send him back to Rex? Oh man, it's part of the hazing process. But anyways, yeah, glad to have you on board. Stoked that you're excited. Yeah, he fits right in exactly. Man, that's hilarious. All right, well, cool. I don't think there's. At least he didn't immediately leave afterwards. Yeah, who did that? Was it Chang? I don't remember who left right after. Yeah. Oh, actually, what Chang did was far worse. This dude gets on stage, shills a different project, tells a joke, and then leaves the stage when he starts getting flamed. Oh my god. All right, yeah, there's definitely been worse instances. Cool. Well, we'll wrap this up here. You guys finally got a joke. I know it's been a while. Shout out to Dave for, one, joining the team, and then two, being a good sport. We appreciate you all for coming to hang out, and we can get back to our Fridays. Yeah, everybody be sure to welcome Dave. So thanks, everybody. We will see you all on the next call. Peace.
See ya.